Hello, right, so we don't quite know what we're doing with this, but we're going to see how it goes. So
we're going to do a very professional talk over of the hike on the Norfolk coastal 2-day adventure.
Yeah. Norfolk 2015, which
August.
is the hashtag.
Hashtag choo choo.
Thanks. So I'm Matthew. I'm the person who did most of the filming, and with me is Jonathan, the person
who did most of the walking.
Who did most of the walking. Yeah, there we go. That is clearly true.
So let's start as time as we
So here we can see Matthew. Oh, we've just missed him in his car on his way, and we're now at the station. It's about 5:30 in the morning?
Yeah, about 5:30 in the morning.
Which is why I will be falling asleep as soon as we get on the train.
And I'm not wearing a tie.
The big question here, the two big worrying points for me as a starting point here, is why Matthew was not wearing a tie, and why Matthew was not wearing appropriate headwear. I was very disappointed with the refugee look.
What's wrong with the refugee look? I quite like it. So, Norwich. Two Norwich yet. And there he is, fast asleep. Literally the second we got on the train, zonk.
You has to wake up to that
Lucky girl. And Ninja Chloe, the ever faithful mascot.
His hair has stayed a nicer colour than mine over the last few years.
In Norwich.
A bit sleeping out at Norwich Station. I think it's about 7
o'clock
by then.
I love the look at when I say where are we, and there's that genuine look of I have no idea. Where are we? Oh yeah,
we're 3-hour trip to Norwich, so it'll be about 8:30 running. 1 minute. It's not the same without your proper hat, Matthew.
So the big question is, Jonathan, why did we do? Oh God,
hideous! Your all-in-one headscarf. Come, I'm a refugee. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Right. So before we were amused by my headscarf. Yeah. So why did we do the hike?
Because we haven't done any proper hiking since the coast to coast.
Right. And we didn't do a Christmas hike, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. So we were well overdue for a bit of slogging it in the wilderness.
But I thought a 2-day trip with some proper backpacking, some proper carrying, some proper hardship, and some proper lathering of suntan lotion was called for.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yes.
We were very lucky with the weather. It was beautiful, hot, sunny weather throughout the 2 days.
It was nice. We timed it perfectly, didn't we? Because it didn't actually start raining until the final day.
Yes, in the evening or afternoon on the pier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In Great Yarmouth.
Oh, that sexy face there. I like the fact that there seems to be like a bit of a theme in videos I do that have got you in them. Because that other one I did with you and Yumiko walking up the mountain to Enrique. There's that, and then there was you in slow motion undressing on. Actually, I think was it this beach?
Yeah, it's a bit of a worrying theme for Matthew. I think that's probably why the girls always die of embarrassment when we go anywhere together.
Yeah, lovely.
So here we are in Cromer. We've just seen Cromer Pier. This is Cromer North Beach. We were planning to end the walk in Cromer and start in Hunstanton and do the North Norfolk coast until I realised a couple of days beforehand that I didn't have the correct maps. So instead we decided to do Cromer to Great Yarmouth, which is about 35 miles.
I like it was literally the day before as well. There wasn't the possibility we worked this out a couple of days prior and we could have gone and got the maps. It was literally the night before.
I had been rather busy with 30 to 40 kids, and as fine as I might well have been, it was slightly preoccupying. So here we are in Cromer, just walking out of Cromer now and approaching the lighthouse on the cliff top above Cromer, and then heading past the golf course after that and on to Overstrand. I think we were commenting there upon the very nice AstroTurf path that the golf course is linked.
No, we haven't got to that bit yet.
Nick would have been very pleased with
that path. I would just like to point out that the map in the video is completely incorrect for pretty much 90% of it. The only reason I put the map in there was when I watched the footage back and put it into some kind of order, I felt that you didn't really kind of get a sense that we were actually travelling very far. I watched it through and I thought, generally speaking, if I'd have just said this was a circular walk around the outskirts of of Norwich, people probably would have believed us.
Yeah.
So it was more just kind of like...
Just give that image of a long coastal walk, which is exactly what it was. We managed 20 miles in the first day, which is a lot for anyone. And when you're carrying a big bag of kit, a big rucksack, that's a lot of stuff to be doing. So I think we did well. 20 miles on the first day, 15 on the second, 35 in total. And I think by anyone's standard, that's a good 2-day trek. Relatively flat, admittedly, but very hot. Yeah. So quite a demanding trek, and it was good to do it. I mean, it's literally the hardest thing we've done walking-wise since the coast to coast, and it's good to do it. I think we can still do these things. I mean, we never did 20 miles on the coast to coast. So
I thought we did have one day of 20 miles on the coast to coast.
No, you're quite right. Shap.
Yeah.
Was it somewhere to Shap? Can't remember where it was. Kirkby Stevens to Chaps was the route, 20 miles. That was right in the middle, wasn't it? So we did that once. Yeah.
For those of you that want to see the Coast to Coast video, I shall include a link in the description below this video to the YouTube channel that Jonathan doesn't use anymore and can't even remember the password for.
So here we are walking along a turnip field just past Trimmingham, which is halfway between Cromer and Munsley. I'm going to try and make up for Matt's erroneous map inserts by correctly navigating you along the Norfolk coast through the journey, and we're now just outside Trimmingham. And what we had done, unfortunately, had been following the road out of Overstrand and had missed the path sign to the coastal path, and so we just had to traipse along the turnip field to get back onto it, which we're now on here, and it's much nicer than the short bit along the road that we've done. Although it's fortuitous that we did, because we were able to stop that passing motorist who was clearly as lost as we were, and help him, point him in the right direction for Overstrand or wherever he wants to get to.
Oh yeah.
So we were able to help him there, and there's me just showing us all how far we've still got to go.
I kind of wish I'd managed to somehow edit out the fact that you're looking at the distances on the back of that. If I'd made it look like you were shit hot on your map reading and you were just looking at...
I was red hot on my map reading. I just written down the exact mileage in between each point.
I just like to say, I have no idea what was happening with my hat in that scene.
And this is actually the coastal footpath signs were rather rubbish, because we'd been following one and it had pointed down a road which had gone inland by about half a mile, and we'd realised that the path had pointed down the wrong road. We'd followed it, and then we got to this railway bridge, and I'd said, right, forget this, and we'd ended up picking up this old disused railway line and sort of marched us back in the right direction. So that's why we're scrambling up.
And it's at this point that I was really hoping for some kind of major disaster to happen, and thought, yes, I've got it on film.
So we've stopped for 11.
Not necessarily to you, it could have happened. To be fair, actually, in that bit, what I was thinking of doing is, because the only thing I think this film is particularly missing is any long shots of us walking, that the only way you can do that on a 2-person hike with only two of you filming it all yourself is to literally walk ahead of yourself for a certain distance, put the camera down, sit it on record, run all the way back, and then do that bit.
You should have done that, clearly.
I kind of wish I had. Looking back on it, I kind of thought it would have been good to have done that. Sorry.
Munsley, so we got to Munsley. I think if I remember correctly, it was about 3 miles to Overstrand and about 7 miles to Munsley. So, or that might have been total 7 miles to Munsley.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember. Yeah, so I think we're in the region, we've done about 10 miles by now.
Excellent.
No, that's wrong. 7.
We'll say 7.
7. We've done about 7 miles.
Unless anyone wants to go out there and correct us and write in the comments
below.
That's
what it was. 3 miles to Munsley.
Yeah.
And then 4 miles. No, 3 miles to Overstrand, 4 miles to Munsley. I'm going to stop before I get any more confused.
What I am actually hoping is that somebody also puts a comment below and tells me or us how incorrect we are with places and names. Because
I think Happisburg was right. Is it Happisburg or something?
Happisburg, yeah.
So this was Bacton Gasworks, and the coastal path.
Is it on your map?
Bacton is. Oh yes, gas distribution station is massive, but it clearly shows a path walking along, going along the edge.
Yeah, that you can see.
And there is a path blatantly there, but the sign said we weren't allowed to do it, and as tempting as it was to spot, basically I was concerned about what was at the other end of that fence, where Matt's pointing now. Was there sufficient gap to actually get through at that side? obviously at the end we were at, it looked like you could move across. I didn't want to walk down there and then find that there was a massive cliff edge, and so we decided to walk down the side of the gas station, which we were not supposed to do, and there were guard dogs and helicopters and spy cameras and electric fences, and generally looked a bit like a German prisoner of war camp.
Basically, I was looking at it thinking, I think this is actually some kind of secret government...
It did look like a secret government facility.
Yes.
So we eventually got past it and then picked up the main road into Bacton, by which point I think we'd done about 12, 13 miles. But we're feeling quite knackered because that had added an extra half mile or so.
Yeah.
I think we're feeling quite tired by now. Easy.
Yeah, just on my back the entire time. Just going to point out that those, I said this to Jonathan earlier, those subtitles,
Church,
that were the most irritating thing to do in the whole thing.
we spotted that church, which is in Hapesburg, and we decided we were going to...
Happisburg, Hapesburg,
the lady said Hapesburg.
Did she?
I think she did.
Yeah.
I was calling it Happisburg, and then the lady in Happisburg, who stopped and asked where
we were
Happisburg
going.
was.
Yeah.
No, she wants to know how to get somewhere.
Oh, right.
And she said, oh, it's Hapesburg. Anyway, we approached Hapesburg, and we spotted the church, and then we just honed in on the church, because we knew the pub was next to the church, which is very important.
I remember when we actually went past this, there's a wonderful bit of graffiti that you can't really see of a face
inside, yes.
built into that, and I did actually have some footage of it, but the problem with this, that lot of footage, is the camera for some reason, although it's normally very good, picked up every single bit of wind going in any direction. And made everything really inaudible, which is why I did the section of the subtitle section, because I felt that was quite important to point out where we were, but you could not hear it unless you actually knew what you were saying, and it became very. I think I was showing a little bit of it to somebody.
So here we are in Sea Pauling. So Hapesburg was about 60 miles along the coast, and then after we'd stopped for about an hour, we did another couple of miles. I made it about 20 miles, I reckon, by the end of it. And we stopped in a place called Sea Pauling. We had tried to book a campsite here, and came across two very unwelcoming campsite owners who basically said that they were full and had no room for a tiny two-man tent, which is a load of nonsense, really, when you consider how much space
they were also going to charge us £20
which we did not want to pay.
So we decided £20 for a tent. It's literally, you need a square of land, probably not even 4 meters, 3 meters squared.
3 meters by 2 meters.
3 meters by 2 meters, which is the diameter of Jono's tent.
That's smaller than that. That'll do you guidelines as well.
Yeah.
That's all you need. So we ended up with a lovely spot in the sand dunes, which was actually perfect. You had this hedge here, this bit of public land with these nice long grasses in, which made very comfortable bedding. Just behind the camera is the sand dune, a big bank of sand and with grass on. So it's all. Very nice sheltered spot actually, with the hedge, and funnily enough, the two campsites that we'd run, I think, were either side of where we were.
Yeah.
So we ended up starting the pair of them and camping right in between them both, free of charge. And this is a lovely spot called California, which is actually a very nice place to visit.
The English California.
We've similarly skipped forward quite a bit from Sea Pauling all the way through Winston-on-Sea, Newport, and then California, which is just about 5 or 6 miles outside of Great Yarmouth, north of. Lovely little sort of very quaint little English village, isn't it? Sort of perched on top of the cliff there.
Yeah.
I liked it. It almost reminds me of some of the Yorkshire villages actually.
Yeah.
Nice little village green there on the cliff.
Yeah.
Falling into the sea.
Every time I look at your face, it just goes ridiculously dark.
And then the pub, where I got abused by a motorist who wasn't impressed when I ran down the Littlewood Road.
This is why I
and
need
he had to wait for me.
He remembers the place names. I just sort of remembered the.
The latter part of this video, basically after day one, is considerably shorter than day one because
someone didn't clear his memory card.
No, I cleared the memory card, but I literally filled it up because the video was so high quality. No, literally it was. I mean, it's a 7 gig card, No, actually, it's 8.
No, that's nothing. I've got a 32
Right.
gig.
Oh yes,
There,
no,
we've
no,
done it. We've done it. We've
not
entered
size.
Great
It's what you
Yarmouth.
do with it. Counts.
Well, you clearly didn't do enough with it.
No, no. So yeah, so here we are, finally arriving in Great
Same
Yarmouth.
with the beach, apparently.
As you will see in a minute. There we
Still,
go.
I want that photograph.
Great Yarmouth. I will send you the pic.
Keister.
And we arrived in Great Yarmouth.
What are you pointing at? Though? Great Yarmouth's quite far south.
Yeah, I think this bit is the bit at the top of that map is meant to be is where California is, and then it was kind of the route down that we'd taken.
There's Great Yarmouth there, about 2 miles lower than where you are on the map.
Yes, thanks. I told you it wasn't right. What more do you
We're
want?
out to get there, nearly.
And I can't remember. I can't remember why I did this daft thing with the map, like going in the wrong.
Well, when the map goes round in the circle, that's obviously where we went on this roller coaster.
Exactly. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Again, because we did so little on the.
No, don't tell them the truth. We went on the roller coaster and we actually walked around the whole thing.
I wasn't going to
We
say.
hiked it with the rucksack.
What I was saying is that since I did so little filming on the second day, that I was just kind of like I was padding it out.
No, we went on the roller coaster.
We clearly didn't
And-
because I could not be bothered to put that watermark on the.
We took our own rucksacks on and we camped on top of the roller coaster for a second night.
Yeah.
Let's embellish the story of it, makes it sound even more exciting. And the truth was, we sat on the pier in the rain and had an ice cream that melted all over your hands.
Yeah.